Imagine a game where the rules are designed not for victory, but for your complete psychological unraveling. In 1958, in Santa Monica, California, Charles Dederich founded Synanon, a radical drug rehabilitation program. It promised addicts a path to sobriety through intense communal living and brutal honesty. At its core was something called the game, a confrontational group therapy session designed to strip away ego and denial. Initially, it seemed revolutionary, offering a lifeline where traditional methods had failed. Picture a windowless room, a circle of chairs, and the clock ticking. For hours, participants were subjected to relentless verbal assaults. Shouting, accusations, and personal attacks were not just permitted, they were encouraged. The stated goal: to shatter individual defenses, expose hidden truths, and force a raw, unvarnished look at one's own character flaws. But what began as a radical therapeutic tool soon morphed into something far more sinister. As Synanon evolved, so did Charles Dederich's absolute authority. He wasn't just a founder. He became a guru, and the game became his primary instrument of control. The truths uncovered were increasingly those that served Dederich's agenda, not the individual's healing. The game became a gauntlet. Members were systematically stripped of their self-esteem, their identities, and their connections to the outside world. Public shaming sessions, often lasting for days, broke spirits. Any dissent was met with overwhelming verbal attack, forcing conformity. It wasn't therapy anymore. It was a brutal re-education, designed to dismantle individual will and rebuild it loyal only to Synanon. The psychological torment soon escalated. Physical violence, initially denied, became an accepted form of punishment. Dederich himself, increasingly erratic, began dictating every aspect of his followers' lives. He ordered forced vasectomies for men and mandatory abortions for women, all under the guise of communal sacrifice. The game wasn't just about verbal attacks. It was about absolute, terror-driven compliance. By the late 1970s, Synanon had fully transformed from a therapeutic community into a violent, authoritarian cult. Its members, numbering in the thousands at its peak, lived in isolated compounds, cut off from family and friends. The game, once a tool for honesty, was now a ritual of terror, ensuring unquestioning obedience to Dederich's increasingly bizarre demands, including the infamous rattlesnake incident. The reign of terror couldn't last forever. Dederich was eventually arrested for attempted murder in 1978 for placing a rattlesnake in a lawyer's mailbox. Synanon collapsed, leaving behind a trail of shattered lives, psychological trauma, and a stark warning. The promise of healing, twisted through absolute power, became a mechanism of profound destruction, a game where everyone lost. If you found yourself questioning what defines a cult, then you'll want to explore our deep dive into the mind behind Heaven's Gate.